Welcome back to Impulse Plays. I'm Crazy Carl Winter here with another classic Feb League. Just going to show that I am not going for clicks or views on YouTube because far fewer people watch these classic Feb videos than they do the Hermit Feb videos. But I think this is pretty sweet. You've got Intuition to search for your survival of the fittest, but you can also go do things like get Cabal Therapies, a creature with Unearth, and then Unearth it back. Or you can even do weird combo lines with fetching Devourer and Shrike with a Psychotog in play and a Valar Shapeshifter, and sometimes killing people that way. It is possible to mess it up, but most people get it wrong, so most opponents get it wrong, I should say. Then you got Eladamri's Vineyard along with Tinder Walls for a little more burst acceleration. I think that Classic Web really utilizes Eladamri's Vineyard very well, and that's why I'm running it in this deck. Also, the Tinder Wall is very good in this deck. Being able to power out Intuition is really, really nice. In the sideboard, we've got a couple white cards, some Glooms, which I think are really important against Replenish and Enchantress, Pyroclasm against Weenie decks, and then a bunch of green cards, mostly Xantid Swarms for the blue decks. Even against Landstill, I think it's pretty good. I think a lot of people don't like to bring in Xantid Swarm against Landstill, but I think it's pretty useful. But anyway, let's hop into a league, and I'll see you in round one. All right, we're back with round one of this league, playing Classic Feb. I've lost the die roll, and I'm awaiting my opponent to tell me whether or not I get to play or draw. I'm assuming I have to be on the draw. And we open a hand that is kind of lackluster. If I had one more land, I'd be happier with it. Opponent wishes me high good luck. But I think I'm going to keep it. It's got a Cabal Therapy along with the birds. If they bolt the bird, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble because I won't be able to cast this Intuition. But I can't send back a hand that's mildly playable in hopes of a slightly better one. If it is already kind of a mulligan because I'm sitting with a Valar Shapeshifter in hand. Okay, Swamp is nice. Means there's no bolt on the bird. Alright, well, hopefully they don't Vendetta or Snuff Out. And the Forest often throws people off. They assume it's not Hermit Feb, or it's not Feb because Hermit Feb doesn't play basics. So sometimes I can get away with keeping these birds in play. Not always, but sometimes. So we're waiting on opponents. Hopefully they don't smother or something. Okay, Cabal Therapy. Probably going to name Survival of the Fittest. That's what I would name. Yep, they whiff. They see the Intuition that's in my hand. They keep one lander? Okay. No, another land. Another Cabal Therapy? No, okay. I draw a land. Oh, that's a tough decision. Okay. So I'm torn between playing Intuition and between playing Wall of Roots. If they have another discard spell, I'm going to feel really silly about keeping mana open for this Intuition. But at the same time, I don't think I can delay getting the Survival into play. So I'm going to simply pass and try and cast Intuition on their end step, hoping to dodge another discard spell. I don't care if they play like a Hypnotic Spectre or something. I really just need to get Survival in play. Especially if it was mono black, which Cabal Therapy leads me to think it's Moneyball of some sort. Which means there may be a Ravenous Wrath coming down next turn, which would be a little awkward for me, but... And if that's the case, I'll probably end up discarding the Unearth, just so... I mean, like, they'll probably take the Intuition or the Survival if I were to Intuition for Survivals anyway, with the Flashback Cabal Therapy, but I don't want them to get, like, super value by getting both my Unearths. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Yeah, because if I discard the Intuition, which they're going to take, they're going to just take Unearth, so I think I discard an Unearth. Maybe a Cabal Therapy. Cabal Therapy is not a great one. Shout out to Aldi. I'm open for sponsorship deals for your seltzers. They're delicious. Opponent is thinking they were paying costs. Yep, there's the Ravenous Rats. No response. Send off this Unearth. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Interesting. They did not go for the Flashback Cabal Therapy. Well, I guess they don't know that I'm going to get Survivals. Or they didn't know I was going to get Survivals, but... Surprise! I'm going to get Survivals. Any order those, because it doesn't matter. Alright. I could drop a Vineyard along with the Survival. Or I could play the Wall of Roots and the Survival. I think I want to deploy the Wall of Roots. I don't know. The Vineyard represents so much more mana. Also represents a kill next turn. Because I can survive away my Shapeshifter and go get a Devourer and a Trike and kill them. Downside of Vineyard is they might play a hippie, which I don't think I care about. Vineyard gives me 5 mana next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's enough to kill them. So we're gonna, as much as I want to get this Walrus into play, I think we're just gonna drop the Survival and then the Vineyard. There we go. And then ship it over to the opponent. Got nothing else. Kind of wish the Undiscovered Paradise was not Undiscovered Paradise, but I'm not sure if it's my second least favorite land or third least favorite land. Like, the 3 worst lands in the deck are Reflecting Pool, Gemstone Mine, and Undiscovered Paradise. And I have a great deal of hatred for Gemstone Mine. I despise that card. But there are times where it's better than Undiscovered Paradise and vice versa. I don't know. At the end of the day, when you're running a 5-color mana base, you have to deal with the things. Oh, Snuff Out is strong there. But probably been better saved for my Balrash Shapeshifter. Yeah, my opponent therapy me. They saw the Shapeshifter, so they know I'm on Feb. Oh, interesting. Well, we're going to play a little bit more slowly now. I'm going to go for an uninterruptible kill, which involves having the Trike and the Devourer in hand, just on the off chance they go for another Snuff Out or something like that. Okay, Wither Wretch slows me down quite a bit. Can't go get my Squee. Okay, yep. Flashback Therapy. Presumably they're taking Unearth. So they should take. Oh, I mean, they took the Shapeshifter. Okay. They have mana open? Oh, they have Vineyard mana open. That's funny. Yeah, okay. Nope, that makes sense. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Yep. Forgot about the Vineyard mana. So you get to blank my Unearth. Well played by the opponent. And here we're going to have to go get Withered Wretch. Still not quite on board with the clicking to remove things, the triggers. All right, I can survival this for Squee. I can survival Squee. That leaves me only 2 mana, so I need to just survival this for the Get to Slinger. Flow to green. Play my Crystal's Catacombs. Oh, I need to get my mana. There we go. Kill this Withered Wretch. Now, the nice thing is if they don't play another land and they have another Withered Wretch, I can unearth my Slinger back and kill it. And I played the Crystal's Catacombs because it generates the same mana I need from Undiscovered Paradise, but it doesn't set me back a land permanently. It's just temporary for 1 turn, and it doesn't bounce every turn after I use it. So the Paradise I was going to have to use every single turn, and I didn't want to have to like replay it every single turn. I need to develop my mana a little bit more. So I'm in the creature waiting room unless they draw another Withered Wretch or something like that, so I can get my combo going. I'm down to 1 Shapeshifter, which is very important to note. I take a break because my mic disconnected itself again. All right. Yep, they've got Hypnotic Spectre. I'm in the creature waiting room. It is notably not a creature. Get back my Slinger. Not the ideal use of this Unearth, but it's what I've got to work with, so. So I want to play this Forest and develop up my mana a little bit more, but I also kind of want to fire off this Cabal Therapy just to see what they've got, what they're working with, and then I can sacrifice the Get-To Slinger to get value. So I'm going to try and nab another Hypnotic Spectre. So Hypnotic Spectre is going to, I mean, it doesn't matter at the end of the day all that much, but it's flying and obnoxious to deal with. Hypnotic Spectre. Okay, they've got 2 Edicts and a Smother. Okay. Well, we will take out their Edicts. Smother less of a big deal for the combo because the shapeshifter turns into a non-3 mana value creature and then fizzles the or counters the smother upon resolution. Okay. I don't love setting my mana back a turn there, but my opponent's got nothing. I've got nothing, but I have a survival if it is in play, which is better than what they have. So. They're probably on drawing lands for a few turns. Let's see how they do with that. They duress away my therapy. Ravenous Rats, get my forest. Yeah. Okay. Do they have therapies in their graveyard? No, this doesn't matter. Right. Losing the forest kind of hurts, but it's not the end of the world. And the Ravenous Rats doesn't represent a huge clock either, which is nice. All right, Tinderwall, you're a creature. I choose you. Let's go and get my squee. Play this guy. Survival away the squee. And here I think we're going to go get a Wall of Roots. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll get Palinchron. And then I can survival the Palinchron right next turn. If I draw... Oh, I have another creature because I have the squee. So I can survival the squee. I need to draw a land. So if I survival squee, I have 3 mana left. I can get Palinchron, survival Palinchron. Maybe get Elvish Spirit Guide. The odds of me drawing a creature, I think, are slightly higher than drawing a land. No, lands are higher. Lands a higher chance. So I think I got Palinchron. Hope to draw a land. Hope to spike a land. Survival the Shapeshifter with first Vineyard mana. Survival the Squee to get a Shapeshifter. Then survival the Palinchron with the second Vineyard mana. And then play my third land and get my mana back with the Undiscovered Paradise and Croesus Catacombs. So yeah, we're going to go for the Palinchron here. Oh, I could have just gotten a Shapeshifter, Devourer, and killed them. No, that's my mistake. Not yet. I still need a third land, but it works out to be about the same way. Okay, found a factory. Probably duressed already. Yep. Okay, is there any benefit to... I mean, I can survival my Palinchron to go get an Elvish Spirit Guide. I don't think that helps me at all. Just because I'm setting myself back a mana to get another mana. Always yes, and always yield. All right, didn't draw a land. Alright, so I think we're going to survival away the squee. Go get a Wall of Roots. And then we're going to play the Wall of Roots out. We're not going to yield through the turn because we may need our opponent to do something. Our opponent's going to probably smother this Wall of Roots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to survival away the Birds of Paradise and go get Elvish Spirit Guide. And that lets me bank the mana I need to win next turn. Board music. Okay. It's not an immediate threat. All right, there we go. We're back. Sorry, I may have cut out there. I wasn't paying attention. My mic cut out again. I gotta switch. I'm gonna switch the port. I think it's in. 17. And so it's 17 counters. Yeah. All right, and save targets. All right, and opponent wants to watch me click for do 30 clicks. That's fine. 32 clicks, I guess it is. There's always, I always have a little bit of anxiety watching the counters go down on the shapeshifter, even though I know I have enough to kill my opponent. I'm like, there's so few left. But yeah, it's enough to kill them. All right, taking game 1 against Moneyball is pretty good for me. And we'll be bringing in Pyroclasms. Utabi naturalizes and Plow. Bringing out the Vineyards, the Therapies. You know, Therapy was actually pretty helpful that game. I don't like it in general against Moneyball Black. I don't remember what I've been sideboarding. I gotta look at my sideboard matrix. I have Brazilian Nationals up on my second monitor, so I'm enjoying having that going at the same time, which is cool. All right, let's see here. Moneyball, Mono Black Aggro, Plow, Clasms, Utabi, and 2 naturals. And I bring in a realist as well. Okay. What am I taking out? I'm taking out an Unearth, the Therapies, Vineyard, and a Spirit Guide. Okay. Yeah, Spirit Guide's not great. Even though it's helpful there. And Unearth. Maybe I keep the extra. Maybe I keep the other Spirit Guide and I'll just take out another Unearth. Unearth is less good because they're playing a ton of graveyard removal typically. So you're just not going to be able to get things off as the way you want to normally. Adjust my mic a little bit there. It's picking me up a little bit better and not picking up my music in the background. It shouldn't be. It's an omnidirection or single direction mic. All right, this is a non-keeper hand. If I had Shapeshifter instead of this Ormancer, I might consider it, just because I have the Devourer Trike combo in hand, but I'm going to send this back. Right, this is fine. And we're going to put back the Trike. So I don't want to risk losing it to a Therapy and then a thing you do. All right, no. Discard spell on turn 1 is good for me. And I think we're going to lead with a Coast into the Bird. Bird is likely going to die on their turn 2. Unless they're going to drop like a Withered Wretch or something. Which they will may. If they Ravenous Rats me, I'm probably going to get rid of this Gemstone Mine. So Therapy, likely have a rat next turn. So Fittest, yep. So they got our name, but I got the Intuition again. Oh, they can flashback with the Mistress Factory. Okay, they decide not to. Interesting. Alrighty, I think we're gonna drop our Forest here and pass the turn. If they want to flashback the Therapy losing their factory, that's fine with me. I don't love losing the Intuition there, but it's fine. And Tuco Shade, not something I care about particularly. Yeah, they're not flashing back. Okay, they're just not respecting the Intuition. One survival, 2 survivals, 3 survivals. And plump those in the graveyard. Go to the next turn. Play City Brass. Drop survival. and work from there. They attack with the factory, I may plow it. I don't know. I'd like to get my squee engine going though, so I'm fine with like also just taking damage and getting my squee going. I've got plow to tag a withered wretch, which is nice. Okay, not sending in with the factory, just the shade, which is a-okay with me. All right. They may tap out for like a Hypnotic Spectre or something here. No, they're not. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're not going to survival anything. It's probably going to name Shapeshifter, possibly Plow. They named Var Shapeshifter. Okay. If they flash back here, I'm going to survival the birds, go get Squee, and then I'm going to let Squee sit in my hand. Withered Wretch is pretty good. Means I can't get value off my Squee unless they want to like burn a card right now. Oh, they burned a card now. Okay. And I understand why I take the Shapeshifter out of play, but that just means I get to use my Squee for free here. It is not a thing I would recommend for them to allow me to do. They have 2 cards left. I'm hoping they don't have a Snuff Out, because I want to try and kill them, I think. Well, they're tapped out. And step. Squee. I survival away Squee. No response. And I think I'm gonna... So I can go for Palinchron here and try and kill them. The downside is if they have Snuff Out, I get kind of cooked. But I mean, I can also play this more slowly and go get You Slinger, which I don't love. I think it's probably right to just try and kill them. I've got a plow just in case things go sideways. Yeah, let's get Palinchron. Yes, always yield. Oh, there's a Slinger. Interesting. Oh boy. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the. This is my last Shapeshifter. It says they're not playing well. No need to apologize to me. The nice thing is here, if they do have the Snuff Out for the Shapeshifter, I can still cast Get You Slinger. All right, untap here. Get the Devourer. I'll just play around any possible removal here. Trike. So the Devourer. I'm not going to grab anything. And they scoop. All right. Well, that's it for round 1. I'll see y'all in round number 2. All right, we're back with round 2 of this Classic Feb League. I'm on the draw, and my hand is poopy, so we're going to send it back. This hand's fine. Probably going to send back a City of Brass. I might... If this is burn, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I might send back the Catacombs, even though it's a painless source of mana. It's not a painless source of green mana, which is what I'm really going to need with these 2 survivals. So we're gonna go ahead and keep, and we're gonna send back the Corrosive Catacombs as much as it pains me to do so. Get it? Pain, City Brass. Opponent's on a level 5, so that's something. I do have Goldfish records now showing them playing Feb, so there's a thing if people are looking for, they can find that and use that to their advantage with turn 1 blind Cabal therapies and stuff like that. I'm gonna play that Forest Pass. Okay. All right. Question is, do I want to play this Tinderwall here? I don't think so. I think I want to save up for this Wall of Roots and then use the Tinderwall for my survival. So we're gonna ship it over. Green makes me think my opponent's on Panza. And that does nothing to disavow me of that belief. They do nothing. Okay. Drew my full playset of City Brass. No plow on the city, or no plow on the Wall of Roots. I'm expecting a Oath of Druids. Oh, it's Enchantress. Okay. It's just Enchantress with a very, very slow draw. Forest is a nice pickup here. What's nice about Enchantress is they don't play Naturalized typically, so it's going to be heads up if they're going to play like a Seal Cleansing, I'll know about it. So I can react appropriately. Otherwise, if they go to the end of turn, I can just do whatever I want. Raise God is fine. Can't do anything about it anyway, obviously. Elephant Grass. Okay, I'm not attacking anyway. They're looking for their 4th land. They found it. That's Seal Cleansing. Yep. Let's survival away this Tinderwall. Go get Squee. They can do whatever they want with that Seal Cleansing. They can utilize it if they wish. What I'm thinking about now is if I can go get Elvish Spirit Guide, and then if I draw a creature, if I can kill my opponent with the Feb combo. So let me think here. So I'm going to have 4 lands next turn with the Wall of Roots, which is 5 mana, 6 mana of the Spirit Guide. If I draw a creature, I can play the survival away. No, I'm going to be short of mana to get the Palancron. Let's say I could survival away Palancron. But I have to get the Palancron first, and I won't have enough mana to cast that on the creature, so that's fine. Possibly just get like a birds or something. I don't know. I don't think I get Oromancer because I've got the other survival in my hand already. Is my math wrong here? No, because I can't discard the Palancron with that being a thing. Let me think. Okay, so 5 mana, 6 mana. Go to 4. Yeah, I can't. Okay, I can't unless I draw exactly Palancron. I can't kill them next turn with survival. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the Elvish Spirit Guide to bank mana. Let's get a Wall of Roots. Or I can get combo pieces, actually. Combo pieces are safe in my hand. Because they don't have any way to disrupt them. So I'm going to go and get the Devourer. Oh, I could have gotten Palancron here, but I didn't. I'd still be short of mana. I'd have to draw like Elvish Spirit Guide. It's the same similar issue. And then the seal resolves. If I had another creature, I think I could kill them here, but I do not, so cannot. Always yes, and always yield. Now let's drop my other survival here. All right, here I will yield through my turn because I have nothing I'm going to do on my turn. On their turn, I may have to go survival for my Oromancer. I don't need to respond to this Miri's Guile. I don't need to respond to this Elephant Grass. Opponent doesn't kill the survival here, I can go get Triskelion. And then I can survival away the Devourer to go get Shapeshifter, and then I can kill them next turn. So, big question is, do they have another seal? Or Solitary Confinement? Solitary Confinement would do it too. Point is, they have a lot of live draws. I think this is an Opalescence. That was Parallax Wave, okay. That's fine. Okay, so they don't have that. Survival away the Squee. I can get ESG. And if I get ESG, I can survival away this Devourer. Go get Shapeshifter. Cast my Shapeshifter. Activated a bunch. And then survival away. No, because they can Parallax Wave. So I have to have both of them on my hand. So I'm just gonna get Triskelion. And hope they don't plow my, or they don't wave my wall. They didn't wave my wall, okay. Alright. This is an uninterruptible kill. So I get the Shapeshifter here. I'm going to cast my Shapeshifter. All right. And I'll survival away my Devourer. And start activating. Had they waved my Wall Roots, I would have been short of mana to go get my Shapeshifter this turn, but they did not, so I get to win instead of not winning, which is great. For me, less good for them. I didn't notice, but opponent wished me good luck, which is nice. Last round, opponent did the same. Good to see some friendly people playing today. Alright, and they are, yeah, they're F6 now. Cannot interrupt me here. And I'm going to go a little bit above just in case. Show them all my goodies. Wanted to make me click through. Very kind of them. All right, against Enchantress. This is what I spent 50 tickets on Gloom's Force to be able to dunk on Enchantress as best I can. So Naturalizes come in, Realist comes in, and Ray comes in. Bring out Slinger, the Tinderwalls, the Aldamri's Vineyards, and I have a Elvish Spirit Guide being removed here. I don't know that I love that. Sometimes you just want that little extra burst of speed. See, cutting an Unearth, I think oftentimes Enchantress will bring in enchantment or artifact or yeah, graveyard removal. And that would be fine. I don't want to bring out another creature because I'm at 17. I'm going to be at 18 creatures when I bring in this realist, which is very, very low. So yeah, I think we're going to go with the Unearth instead of the Elvish Spirit Guide as is in my Matrix, which I will eventually make available again. I don't put a ton of work into them, but I put a non-zero amount of work into them. So what I'd like to do is see if I can get some people to elicit donations for charity to have access to them. And what I would do is I'd just let you have access to all my sideboard guides forever. But so I want to make sure they're tuned and decent before I make that offer or put that proposition up. Yep, this is fine. We're hoping for turn 2 Gloom, turn 3 Survival. My paper list right now has 3 Glooms in the sideboard. I took out the 3rd Vineyard because I feel like my red matchup is pretty good anyway. I don't need an extra Vineyard for that, but I may change my mind. We'll see. The 3rd Vineyard matters a lot, I think. So I just really want to fit in the 3rd Gloom, just because I mean you can intuition for them then if you want to. I mean you're not going to 6 mana to cast Gloom, which is not ideal, but my opponent is on the play. They've not yet chosen to play, however. All right, this opening hand has nothing useful in it, so we're going to send it back. And this is fine. We're going to put back probably this Gemstone Mine. I don't love that my Devourer is the only other creature here, because it does make it very vulnerable to removal. So maybe I actually put back the Devourer and I use this Birds of Paradise to survival with. I think I like that. We're going to do that. Just so we're not exposing it in the graveyard to a crypt or something. Miri's Guile, yep. All right, and here I have the interesting scenario of I can go for a Cabal Therapy on Seal Cleansing, which means they can't answer my survival, but they also have 3 looks with this Miri's Guile, which, I mean, odds are they don't have another Seal Cleansing in the top 3, but they could. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to name Argothian Enchantress, I think, because that's the card that's going to make things most difficult for me. It lets them get off the ground more quickly. Played a game against a buddy of mine in a tournament a while back, and he had 3 Argothians in his hand when I did that against him. I felt a little bit bad. Nice, tag 2. They've got an Aura of Silence, unfortunately, along with an Opalescence. But that was nice to hit those 2 Argothians. When it's did a frowny face. I understand. Yeah, that is definitely not something you want to see happen. I'm smiling, but I'm not going to do a smiling face emoji at my opponent. That would be kind of bad manners. All right, so I really can't afford. I mean, I could try and drop my survival here. Okay, yeah, I'm not dropping my survival here because they've got a Seal Cleansing. All right, so we've got another Birds of Paradise to go with the survival here. So I need to draw another survival or an intuition because I can't beat the seal plus the aura at the moment. What I'm probably gonna do is just cast a Psychotog and start battling. Oh, I could have stripped away their Aura of Silence. That was bad of me. I played that really poorly. This is just another free enchantment they get out there, and it taxes my survival to the point where I can't cast it and then go get an Auramancer. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. Yeah, opponent drops the Aura of Silence. Okay, I hit the intuition that I wanted, which is nice. Problem is I don't have another survival here. I don't have mana. I guess I cast the birds. Hope they don't draw another Aura of Silence. I could go and get Ray of Revelation. Squee and a therapy. I think I like that. I think we're gonna go get blue, blue, 1. This is a cool thing you can do with intuitions. You can get lots of different things. It gives you a very toolboxy play to your deck, which is really fun. I find really fun. So Poe's last card is Opalescence, so I'm going to strip that with the Cabal Therapy. Either the one I get or the one that's in my graveyard, doesn't really matter which. And then I'm going to flashback Ray on this Aura of Silence at some point. Actually, I might take out the Miri. I might tag the Miri's Guile because the opponent hasn't drawn anything relevant. Oh, that seems greedy, though. Their deck does have a lot of air in it if I don't feed it to them. And Squee makes my Psychotog a much faster clock than it would be otherwise. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to get Ray, probably Squee, and then probably Cabal Therapy. Definitely getting Ray Revelation. And Therapy. And then the Squee. Like, really can't give me Ray Revelation here because I can kill both of their hate pieces. So they gotta give me Squee. I mean, they're gonna give me Squee. There's no reason not to give me Squee here because, like, it just does nothing. It is a dead card until I get my survival in play. Yeah. All right. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop. I'm gonna drop the bird. Let's get rid of that bird here. Get rid of their Opalescence. Opalescence. What do you know? It's an Opalescence. And do I want to play my bird here? Is the real question. I think I do, just to get my mana developed, or keep my mana developed, I should say. My opponent has a pretty big mana advantage right now, and I don't want him to be able to leverage that more. I want to be able to compete with it a little bit. Next turn, I can go for the Ray on the Aura of Silence, cast my Survival, and then go get my Auramancer with my Squee. I just need opponent to hit air for a couple turns. Wave, okay. Yeah, wave is fine. I really think I should wave this bird. I don't think there's any reason to let this bird stick around. If they want to let me have it, that's fine. All right, land is nice here. We're going to flashback the Ray of Revelation on the Aura of Silence. Let's do that. Make a green and a colorless. All right, now I cannot yield through the turn because I need to respond with Survival Activation when they use their Seal Cleansing. There are many evils that could happen to me now. I'm not going to speak them into the world. But there is a lot my opponent could have here, which would be very detrimental to me. Thankfully, they don't have any card selection. They didn't get like a fetch to reshuffle their library with Miri's Guile. They've been looking at the same 3 cards the entire game. Yield to the fade. Auto yield to the fading. Okay, so they hit a fetch, so they get to look at a fresh 3 cards next turn, which is pretty strong for them. I might actually kill this Miri's Guile. Go to end step. Survival away Squee. All right, I'm going to survival away my Psychotog as well. I'm getting Auramancer and Monk Realist here. Auramancer. Response. And Monk. List. Always yes. Always yield. My land is a nice draw here. Means I don't have to burn my gemstone mine. So I want to cast Oromancer and get my survival going again, but I don't want them getting a fresh look at 3 cards. I want them to be stuck with random cards for the rest of the game, or at least not. I mean, at least until they draw something else. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop the Realist, and then we're going to play the Oromancer to pick up our survival. This also takes a mana away from with Sarah Sanctum, which is not zero, which is a non-zero like impact. Had they had another land, I might have left the Miri's Guile and gone for the wave, but hitting a fetch land means they get a fresh look with 3 cards, and I don't want them to get 3 cards. I'm going to look at 1 random card a turn. I don't think it's terribly far. They got oh, okay, yep, yeah, no, that's surviving, yeah, because they're not fetching. Don't need to. All right. Now this could lead to an interesting situation with Parallax Wave and Monk Realist. If they don't have any other enchantments in play, they might be able to force me to kill my survival, which would be awkward. So I need to be a little bit careful about that. I guess it didn't matter. My opponent killed my bird because I had the land. But if I didn't have the land draw, like, that bird was pretty integral to my turn. But yeah, what they can do is if I play survival with no other enchantments in play, they can burn all their activations on the Monk Realist, or like the birds as well, or whatever, and then let the Parallax Wave die. The Monk Realist come back and it'll kill off my survival. All right, opponent's looking at a random card. Another Guile, yep. Another Guile is pretty good. Alrighty here. Let's see here. All right, so what I can do here is I can survival. I can cast survival. Hopefully my opponent doesn't wave out my realist. Then I can survival with my squee, get a shapeshifter. I can sacrifice the monk realist to Cabal Therapy, and then I can play the shapeshifter and kill the Miri's Guile. So that's what we're gonna go for here. So squee. We have to do the squee first, because otherwise the realist is not top card of my graveyard. Make sure I have enough mana, my correct mana. Yep. And then I can kill my opponent next turn if they don't. Oh, I can't kill them next turn because they will have Parallax Wave, but that is okay. All right, let's get rid of the realist here. And name acceptable losses. Do blue, colorless, blue. It's all. And we will tag the Miri's Guile. Now they can't do the wave trick here. Like they could wave out my realist a bunch of times, but then I can bury it with the realist with my gemstone mine. So I'm not in danger of losing my survival here. Opponent may not have even seen the play, but yeah, they didn't see the play. They're going to fading. All right. Again, they have a lot of powerful draws, but they also have a lot of air. So we're hoping for the air instead of the powerful draws. If I draw a second creature, I can probably kill my opponent. So I have to burn some wave activations. Like wait till their upkeep. Because they can't wave twice. Oh, I forgot to attack on my Oromancer. Whoops. That was a mistake. I was too focused on my Monk Realist play. Remember that I get to attack. Let's see a creature so I can win on their upkeep. I did not draw a creature. I could cycle this Unearth. Cycled Unearth, could hit a creature. I could bring back Psychotog, which doesn't really do anything super pertinent for me. I think we just go to attacks. Yeah, I've got enough mana to survival all the things I need to. All right. Battle them for 3. They should be at 13. I don't think it's going to make a big difference, but it could matter. Oh, I should have done the cycle during your upkeep. That was a mistake, too. Forgot to put on my stop. One of those things with Magic on... I would have done it in paper, but it didn't happen in paper. It doesn't happen in paper. It's not online, so... All right. They could draw Plow here and kind of foil my plans. Luckily, I've got another Shapeshifter in my library still. But yeah, the plan is still to cycle this Unearth, try to draw a creature. If not, I'll survival the Squee, go get a Devourer, and then probably kill them next turn. Like, they're probably dead. There are certainly draws they could have that where they would not be dead, but yeah, I don't know if they're trying to find a Twitch stream for me or something. I don't know. They've gone missing for quite some time. But entirely possible they are just big mad and gonna just let the clock run out, which is fine with me. I'll get a win. Win is a win. Luckily, I'm pretty free this weekend, so I'm not super concerned about those extra, 12 minutes that they're wasting of my time. Possibly telling them I'm making a video is the wrong choice because they could potentially deny me the chance to show a satisfying conclusion to the game. It's not terribly enjoyable to watch your opponent's clock tick down. If I remember, I'll cut out part of this. I feel like some of the things I've said have mattered, so maybe I'll keep it in, but maybe it'll all get cut out. We'll see. This may never see the light of day. So I don't think I was taking all that much time. Like, I mean, yeah, I was behind him I was behind my opponent on clock a little bit, but like, not that much. Like 2 minutes. I've been doing relevant game actions the entire game. Okay, they just scooped. Okay. All right. Well, good games, and I'll see you in round 3. All right, welcome back to round 3 after a bit of a prolonged round 2. I'm against, I think, Goblins. I think Max is a Goblin player, but I don't remember for sure. I'm on the play, and we'll see what we get. This is a fairly decent hand. We'll keep it. I would like to have like a bird or a wall or something, but this is perfectly serviceable. If opponent leads on Goblin Lackey, I will of course be very sad. But what are you gonna do? I may play this survival turn 1, because that would let me survive. Actually, yeah, I was thinking about just waiting until turn 2, but if I play at turn 1, I can survival my Shapeshifter into a Tinderwall on turn 2, and that can block their Goblin Lackey if they have a turn 1 Lackey. So I think that's what we're going to do. This is metagaming a little bit, because I think I know what my opponent's playing, but... And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Also, I swapped the USB outlet for my microphone. It has not been disconnecting over and over again, so that's been nice. Especially when I like unplug it and replug it back in, it messes with my camera and my keyboard, and my mouse. If there's some sort of weird computer issue I've got going on that I'm not aware of, feel free to let me know in the comments. But for now, I will just suffer through it. My opponent is keeping with 7. They are on my upkeep and awaiting my main phase. So I am going to wait and enjoy my Aldi seltzer. All right, play Forest, Survival, pitching of a Spirit Guide. Now, I should note, I believe that Max typically plays mono red Goblins, which is why I'm going with this turn 1 survival play. Okay, so they've got a Fanatic. I'm not as worried about that. I'd like to draw another creature. I didn't draw another creature, but that's fine. I'm not worried about... I don't have to worry about a Lackey coming out, so I don't have to freak out and dump my only creature. I can go get Squee and build up a little bit. I mean, I'll still probably survival Squee to get a Tinderwall, because if my opponent plays a Goblin Piledriver next turn, I can use the Tinderwall to hold it off, which is nice. The Tinderwall edition Shutout Cast was pretty huge against Goblins in particular. It's been really, really helpful against Goblins. I can also, if they play a green source and go naturalize, I can survival the Shapeshifter, go get an Squee, and then get an Oromancer. So I've got quite a few bases covered. Being on the play was pretty important here. Had I been on the draw, my opponent had turn 1 Lackey, I was very cooked. But fortunately, I was not. So we're going to drop a City of Brass and yield through. Okay, no green source. Fanatic, or... Oh, they just overtapped. Okay. All right, well... Go to the end step. Swallow my Shapeshifter. Go get Squee. Let's see. I'll survival my Squee. What do I want to get here? I think I kind of want to just get combo pieces. Like, I'm not at risk of dying. So I can just get up to 5 mana, play a Shapeshifter, get a Devour, get a Trike. I don't have other Spirit Guide, notably. So I need 3 turns for that, which gets me to turn 5. But I may need to play a wall or something in the interim, so just to block a little bit of extra damage. So I think I'm actually going to go and get Wall of Roots here. Creatures can also be banked up into other things, so, and used later. Okay. I don't think I need too many activations of this Gemstone Mine, so I can play that out. Play that. I'm gonna discard my Squee. I'm gonna go get a Shapeshifter here. And then I can go get Devourer. Be short of mana. Okay, they got a Port. Port's pretty important. Ah. Okay, War Chief, sure. What do I want to block here? So I'm going to use this wall. I'm going to survival the Tinder Wall to go get Palinchron. But I can cover up my Palinchron by killing my Wall of Roots if I block the Goblin War Chief. I guess I can't do it this turn. I can do it next turn. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll block the War Chief. And if they want to sacrifice a Fanatic, they're welcome to do so. Sacrifice both Fanatics, it's even better. End step. This is roughly the same. Let's just Survival that. All right, so I can go get Palinchron here. And then I can get Psychotog after I get the Palinchron. So I can get some untaps. And then I can exile cards from my graveyard to keep my Shapeshifter alive through the Fanatics. I think that's what we're going to do. Get Palinchron here. And then go to untap. Okay, so opponent has to weigh carefully if they want to. Yeah, they don't want to kill here, because then I just straight up killed them next turn. So as it is, I probably killed them anyway, but all right. Play a Gemstone Mine. Okay, let me just think this through real quick. So Houndcron, go get Psychotog, untap, Survival Psychotog, get Devour, and then just kill them. Yeah, okay. This just plays around the Fanatics a little bit. Blue. Blue. I've used my wall already. Response. So what I can do is I can get the Palinchron trigger on the stack. And then I can survival my Psychotog, exiling my graveyard, including the Psychotog, to get +2/+2, which would allow for my Shapeshifter to live through Mob Fanatic. No response. Let me untap here. One, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Let's survival Psychotog. Get a Devourer. Exile 2 cards. +1/+1. Exile 2 cards. +1/+1. Now they can't kill my Shapeshifter with their Fanatics. And I can kill them. Okay, the Triskelion. Survival Art of Hour. And they scooped up. Okay, cool. Going into game 2 against Goblins. Goblins, I'm bringing in, I guess, my Matrix over a little bit here. 3 Plasms, Plow, and Vineyard. 2 Pyroclasms, Plow, and Vineyard. Bringing out 4 Therapies and an Unearth. So oftentimes have Format Script, and I don't want to get got at it. So this Auramancer could go. I'm boarding against this a little bit like I would against Burn, where I'm trying to keep my creature count high. I guess I don't need Auramancer. I could have a Tabi Orangutan over the Auramancer. I'm going to keep my creature count kind of high. And on the off chance they bring in like Curse Totem, Tabi can help me out there, whereas Auramancer can notably not. Question is, do I want to bring in a Naturalize instead of an Unearth? I don't think so. I'm just going to submit it like this. was an interesting game 1. This is not an interesting hand for game 2. I have a bunch of sideboard cards, but no way to cast them. So I'm going to mulligan here. Another interesting hand. I have no action, but I do have a Tinderwall to deal with a turn 1 Lackey. This can also deal with a Pile Driver. I've got an Unearth to get an extra redraw. I don't hate it, but it also doesn't win the game. And it's just 4 lands. Like, it's not great. Let's send it back. Okay, this is great. This is great. I've got Survival Mana. I've got Pyroclasm. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to put back Devour and Shrike. And I'm going to hold on to the Spirit Guide this time, I think, because I have a Pyroclasm to deal with their stuff. Yep, they got a Lackey. And I need the creature for survival, so... Alright, so let's drop out... I think they play Wasteland, so I'm going to get my Forest out. And hopefully they'll commit here quite a bit. Okay, so they've got a port... Really, if they get a Siege Gang out here, I'm going to have to Pyroclasm, I think. Which means I'm going to pitch my Spirit Guide. If they don't, if they get like a Ringleader or something, I will likely just wait the extra turn. Okay, Pile Driver's fine. I'm not super worried about that. And they're not casting anything else, so I'm going to take 4 next turn. That's okay. Yep, got a port on that. So another Pyroclasm's a nice draw. Sean Port's a very good card. It's a good Wasteland. Very powerful Wasteland. Alright, we will likely be pitching our Elvish Spirit Guide here to cast a Pyroclasm. Just because, like, this Pile Driver represents a ton of damage. Yeah, I don't think... And they've got 1 card in hand. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to hold off on this any longer. Oh, they F6. They didn't Fnatic me. Awkward. They were not expecting a Pyroclasm, I don't think. I will F6. I literally have nothing I can do. War Chief. Matron. Okay, Matron's strong here. You go get presumably a Ringleader. I'm in the creature waiting room right now. I need to hit... Yeah, hit a Ringleader. They need to land for that Ringleader to do anything, but I believe in them. Alright, let's drop our survival. I still need to draw a creature. I've got my red source for my Pyroclasm locked up. I've got a Plow. I'm in okay shape. Okay. I don't know how I feel about porting my Llanowar Wastes. It's a painless source of green. The forest there. I don't think I'm using the Paradise this turn, so I can drop it out and hold off on getting the city in play, because that's another thing they can port down. There's a War Chief or another Matron. Incinerator, okay. So I know they have a Ringleader and an Unknown. Probably not a land. Creature? Okay. Creature's good. Creature's good. Let's play City of Brass. And I think, as much as I want to Pyroclasm here, I take 3, go to 10. I can get my Squee Engine going. Potentially just kill them. I think I like that better than Pyroclasming here. Also Pyroclasm next turn if they get something into play. I'm not super worried about what they've got at the moment. Most annoying thing is the port. Yeah, put me down to 10. Now, note here, okay, they got a Tormod's Crypt. That is powerful. Okay. Yep. Crypt is good. Go to the unstep. And I think we're going to have to expose our Squee here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go get Palinchron so that I can survive with the Palinchron. If I draw a creature, I can kill them. I'm not going to expose the Palinchron now. I'm going to do it during my upkeep after my squee gets returned. Always yes. Always yield. Okay, so I'm not doing anything there. Wait for them to port me. I'm going to survival the Palinchron to go get a Shapeshifter. Get our Shapeshifter here. All right. Oh, almost skipped through my turn. I can play my Shapeshifter here. My opponent has to crypt. I guess they don't have to, but they're probably going to crypt. And then I pass the turn with a Shapeshifter in play at 8, going to 5 from their attack, possibly 3 from a not a Devour, War Chief, or if they draw a land with the Ringleader. And I can Pyroclasm the next turn if they deal with this. I'm a little worried about a Red Blast on my Shapeshifter, but I don't have a second blue source. This is all irrelevant. I can't cast my Shapeshifter anyway. So let's go with a Wall of Roots. And I don't like exposing Squee with the Palinchron. That's just way too tempting. Okay, so I was trying to bait them with the Palinchron. The bait was not received. So what we're going to do is we're going to Pyroclasm here to take some pressure off. I still have this Swords of Plowshares. Notably, I cannot... Actually, I can't kill them next turn. I can't use my Palinchron anymore. My Palinchron is locked out. Power Driver is fine. All right. Kind of want to go get a Psychotog here. So then I can clear up my graveyard for my Palinchron. This is interesting. So I'm gonna instep. I'm gonna survival this squeeze. Question is, what do I get? I can get Devour. The problem is I've got this Tormod's Crypt. What I may do is go and get Uktabi, because that's gonna force them to pop the Crypt. And they probably want to do it while squeezing my graveyard. And if they do it while squeezing my graveyard, I get a full untap. I unfortunately don't get lands. I'm going to be short of land because this Undiscovered Paradise comes back to my hand, but I get to cast my Shapeshifter. Yeah, so let's survival here. I could just get Devourer. And then go off of that. Get Psychotog, which unlocks my Palinchron again. Next turn, notably. No, I think I just get the Devourer. I'll get the Uktabi. No, I think I get the Devourer. I think Devourer is what I want to get here. Oh, this is tough. I want to get the Uktabi. Problem is I won't have... Oh, I guess I can kill them on... I can kill them on their upkeep if they do crypt me here. Yeah, let's see Uktabi here. Yep, they're crypting here. Response. All right, I need an upkeep stop on their turn. Let's play the Undiscovered Paradise. Cast our Shapeshifter and hope they don't have a blue blast. Or red blast. They don't have a red blast. Okay. Oops. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to activate my Shapeshifter, but not that way. I'm going to use my Wall of Roots for the last green mana I need on their turn. To survival away the Triskelion. Oh, they have Pyrokinesis. That's powerful. That's very powerful. Okay. I'm going to get both of them too. That's the brutal part. Okay. Interesting. If they waited, they could have tagged my my Devourer too. But I could have pumped and tried to make it bigger. So yeah, I guess I can see. But I wouldn't have the mana with the Walrus. I don't know. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Let's do like that. No response. I'm going to go get a Bird of Paradise, I think. This opponent's sitting on nothing. I'm also sitting on nothing. But I have an Intuition, so I can go get more creatures. Alright, so no upkeep stop here. I don't need that anymore. I got down to 5, and then got down to 4 off of the port. No blocks. Here. Okay, drew a creature. It's pretty good. Can't afford to play the other creature. I need to hold on to it. So I've got 2 unknowns. I'm on a couple turn clock here. All right, let's go get blue and 1. The rest of my birds. And a Tenderwall. I'm getting low mana value stuff because I need to have enough mana value to kill them. My Palinchron is gone already, which is a big chunk of my mana value. Alright, so I can go get a Shapeshifter here. The problem is I can't kill them until their turn, so I'm going to wait a moment. Alright, so I'm gonna survival here. Okay, so all we need is our Shapeshifter here. Alright, what does land get us? Not a whole lot. I think what I do is I don't like exposing the Shapeshifter here, but yeah, it's currently a Tenderwall. Okay, so it's out of Incinerator range. I need a Fade to draw here. They know the Pyrokinesis I'm super cooked. Maybe they won't. Chief is good. I can block it with the Tinderwall. Man, Tinderwall's such a good card. No cards, huh? Okay. Yeah, they don't know I have the other creature. So I'm going to devour. Strike. Start activating. That was a good game. My opponent played that navigated that very, very well. They only had a couple pieces of interaction, but the pieces they had were very impactful and really slowed me down a lot. So major hats off. I need to hope people don't play like this against me more often. I'd have a few lucky top decks, so. Alright, well, I've got 8 minutes to click through this. Should have enough mana value left in my deck. Need to get up to 21 counters. Run it wisely, making sure I have the requisite mana value in my deck. And then we'll survival away. Just get in. That. And good games. Good games. All right, that takes us to 3-0, and we're going to go into round 4. Welcome back to round 4 of this Classic Feb League. I am on the draw with a poopy hand. If I had a green source, okay, I say if I had a green source, it's going to be great. I have a green source. It's a Birds of Paradise. Elvish Spirit Guide. But I've got nothing else with it, so yeah, just send it back. And immediately sort of rewarded. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom the Shapeshifter and hope to draw a land. I wish my opponent good luck. They said you too. It's the 4th time this league. Pretty sweet. Flooded Strand can be a lot of things. Okay, they're fetching now. Let's drop a Wastes and ship. So this could be a lot of things. We grow. It's Landstill. Okay. Yeah, they got a standstill. That's fine. All right. So what I think I'm gonna do is drop the wall and the birds because they can't wrath me. I could drop survival, but the possibility exists that they play white source and disenchant, and I don't have anything to back it up. So we're gonna just drop out this wall and the bird, build up our mana advantage. And let them take their turn. I can never click on the box. There we go. Nice, I have a blocker for the Mistress Factory so they don't get free damage in. They had a white source. Like I have a plow for the bird. Yep. And here's where I really want to draw lands for like the next couple turns at least. Oh, Cabal Therapy is a nice draw. They could have Mana Leak. I think I want to. Okay, so possibility exists they have Humility, which is ungood. A lot of Landstill lists have been cutting it, but there are some that still play it. So I'm on the fence. I'm considering therapying here to take Mana Leak and then flashing it back with the Wall of Roots after dropping the survival to pick up whatever else is there. I don't love that though, but I think this is the best window I have. I could try and cast Intuition. The problem is if I go for Intuition, I don't have enough creatures to flash back, and I also get got by Humility if they have it here. Yeah, they may not have. They probably don't have it, but they get a Prohibit. They get Mana Leak. I don't know. I think I'm gonna send the turn back, and I'm gonna Intuition at the end of their turn. Sure, you can Impulse. Right, no second white source, no Humility. It's the thing I'm most worried about because I just can't beat it game 1. All right, let's get a counter out of their hand with this Intuition. Go for straight up counterspell. That is fine. City Brass is a nice draw. We're gonna go for Cabal Therapy here. It's most likely a Mana Leak. That's the most common 2-mana counter. They could have Prohibit. I also want to try and tag Disenchant if they have Disenchant in their hand. So I'm going to go with Mana Leak. Let's see what we hit. They Prohibit and triple Counterspell. Okay. Well, I guess my Flashback Ball Therapy is not going to resolve. So what we're going to do is we're going to float a green. I'm going to Flashback Ball Therapy. I was considering named Prohibit too, of course, but like, no way of knowing. They've got a Prohibit here. There's no way they don't. Yeah. Yeah, Prohibit's good. All right. I think I'm going to drop Survival here. I'm going to unearth my other wall. Oops. Cancel. And that's why I always announce my spells, because I cast things with the wrong mana all the time. We're going to activate Survival, pitching the wall. Prohibit's gone. I'm going to go get my Squee. And we got my engine going. As long as I have to burn through 3 counterspells, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it should be fine. Impulsing is good. Best draw is more Cabal Therapies, another Intuition. Oops, cancel. All right, I'm going to be going to get my Auramancer. This is just to bank a creature in my hand and to hedge against Disenchant. Always yes, always yield. Okay. Problem is I don't have a lot of things that are threatening to them right now. So I've just gotta buy time. Or bide my time, I should say. Draw another Unearth. We've still got double Counterspell up. Survival. We'll get a Shapeshifter. I need to start getting threats so that I can get through these walls of counterspells. Oh, Intuition is a fantastic draw here. Okay. If they go for a Fact or Fiction here, I've got a really nice opening to cast Intuition. I don't want them to cast Fact or Fiction, but that may be what they have. Yeah, they got a ball. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Grab my therapies. All right. Unfortunately, I get to resolve Fact or Fiction here. What I care most about is this Swords of Plowshares. I don't know. I want to choke their card draw, I think. I don't care about this Mistress Factory. I don't care about this Decree. I care about the Plow because that's one less Cabal Therapy I get. I don't really care about these standstills either. But I think that's the best way to split it up. I don't think I want to give them a standstill in each pile. So we're just going to go like that. See what they take. Okay, they take the 3 white cards, or the 3 cards. Go for a Plow. Yep. Get a bird, I guess. It's just something to Cabal Therapy away. This doesn't show the cards of the. Okay, so they played not the Factory, so now they have Factory and Decree. Impulse. Okay. Okay, it's time to clean out their hand a little bit. Plucking Pool's a nice draw. It's a painless black source. So I think we're going to go for a therapy. Just fire that off. You can counterspell it. Yep. Response. There we go. Cast my squeak. Flashback of therapy. Get another counterspell. Yep. I still got 2 therapies left. I'm going to strip out this last counterspell. See what else they have going on. Standstill and decree. Okay, nothing I'm super worried about. So they're probably going to drop standstill this turn. I don't think they can afford to attack me. Oh, okay, yeah. It's unfortunate, but I've got the Oromancer banked up in my hand. I think they've got to drop standstill here, right? Yeah. It's their last standstill, notably. Okay. Let's make a colorless. Take Crystal's Catacombs. Make a white. Get a colorless. Yeah. This way, if they counter the Oromancer, I can cast the Shapeshifter and get the Oromancer back. Or get another Oromancer, effectively. Alright, so I'll get my survival back. I got a plow. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. Yes, I would like to get my survival back. Alright, now I need to be a little bit more careful with this one. Because I can't just throw it out willy-nilly. I got it here on top. Bird. I could strip their Decree of Justice and just go look at their hand. Oh, they played the factory. I'm sorry. Bad with keeping track of things. But I don't care about the Decree. I care more if they have a mana leak or a prohibit. Like I can't cast a Sorrel here. I can cast it next turn, I think. Yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna send it back. Oh, I don't know. The odds of them having an answer here are not super high. And the upside is like super big. I gotta be mindful of my time too. They're out of counter spells. They've used 1 prohibit. They don't typically pay more than 1. They haven't used any mana leaks. And that's what I'm most afraid of. They've used 2, 3 plows. Their card draw is very, very low right now. So I think I need to play this a little bit slower and pass the turn. Or do I pass the turn or do I cast the squeak? I think I just pass the turn. I've got 1 more therapy left. And I need that to screen the way for the survival. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Intuition represents a backup survival, which is nice. I think we're going to. I've got 1 unearth down. So I'm gonna run out the squee to get this therapy out. Or do I want to cast intuition to get more survivals? I think I can afford casting the survival and then I can intuition for the rest of them if they cycle decree. Now I'm a little bit insulated if they have a disenchant. Yep, Secondly Decree. Make 6 tokens. Attack for 10 next turn, 12. It's pretty close to lethal. They decline to attack with their factories. Okay, that's an interesting choice. All right. Oops, we want to do it in the main phase. We want to do it in the end step. All right, we're going to survival away this squee. We're going to go and get our Devourer. And we're going to Intuition for Unearths. So if they have a Prohibit, I can unearth my Shapeshifter. Any order. Okay, I get Untap, which is great. Gemstone Mine. Survival away. Squee. Get my Triskelion. Cast for a Shapeshifter. Let's do 1 blue, blue. I'm just asking if I had anything if I went for lethal next turn. I don't know. Making more tokens, okay. Okay. Oops. Paper survival. Get rid of the Devourer. Alright, and start exiling. I apologize, I'm not answering my opponent because I'm kind of on a time crunch. Second opponent saying they're not playing well. They didn't have lethal. I was at 14. Unless they had something else going on that I wasn't aware of. Okay. They're 14, yeah. Stack out of the way. So let my opponent know I think they were short mana. They're short damage. All right. So against Landstill, we bring in 3 Xanted Swarms. We also bring in a pair of Naturalizes. This is for like Phyrexian Furnaces or Humility or even kills Mistress Factory, which is nice. And my sideboard plan has me pulling out 2 Tinder Walls, a Get You Slinger, and 2 Vineyards. Yeah, I don't love Vineyard into Landstill. They can just do too many things with the mana. Seven soldiers. They had 6. No. 6 impact. Oh, yeah, another pen. I think they're miscounting, but maybe I'm miscounting too. I thought they only had 6 tokens. They're saying they had more damage than I thought they had. Oh yeah, Tinder Walls come out. And I don't like taking out Wall of Roots against... so my Cyber Witch is taking out Slinger. I don't love taking out Slinger because sometimes Feb, or sometimes Landstill brings in Meddling Mage, and you need to have a way to answer that. I don't like taking out Unearth because it's like a double spell thing. Like you can cast a thing, then Unearth it, so you get like extra threat value out of it. As notably, last game I used all my Unearths. Can't cut Oromancer. I could cut Elvish Spirit Guide. I don't love that. But ESG is not great into Landstill. Like you're not going to power things out and just get card advantaged out. So I think we can cut the SG. I may regret it. That often happens when I cut Elvish Spirit Guide. But I can't think of anything else that I want to cut. I could cut like a Wall of Roots. I'm hedging on this Slinger being important. Is what it comes down to. We'll see. All right. So fine opener. Keep it. I don't have any action really. Like I don't have any way to power out the survival. Nothing to screen for it. But yeah, we'll see. Forest pass. I do have a Slinger if they do play a Meddling Mage. They did not play a Meddling Mage. Okay, so this can be used for bait for the survival. I'm gonna pass the turn, but I'm not gonna slam through the turn because I do have Unearth. I may want to cycle it. Okay, they could have a Plow for the Xantid Swarm now, which is more than fair. All right, Intuition's nice. I can cast Intuition at the end of turn, bait out a counter spell, and then start slamming Xantid Swarm and survival. I can do lots of things. Okay. All right, let's Intuition. Oh, it's good-natured about their potential mistake, so good on them. No response to that, that's fine. I will decline to pay mana for the mana leak. All right, Druchascalion. Let's cast Xantid Swarm. And they may have a Plow, but that's okay. Yeah, they'll Plow. Okay. It's possible I should have gone for the survival there and made them make the choice between using their Plow and casting Counterspell. But I don't know. Could be wrong. Do I want the bird for mana? Yeah, it's fine. I'll just run that out there. Turns my therapies into more therapies, which is good. If they want to plow it, great. It's one less plow for my Xantid Swarms. I think I'm going to yield through the turn because I'm not going to cycle this on Earth with my Gemstone Mine or my City of Brass. I can't afford to lose life. Cycling Decree for 2, okay. Yep. I may drop out Get You Slinger next turn. Combat Script is strong. Let's load a colorless, play Crosis Catacombs. I'd rather do that up bounce the used Indiscovered Paradise, but I'm okay with this too. It's colorless, red, and a green. Clean up their tokens. Off, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's toss the plows into one pile. If they take these, those are going to answer survivals. These can answer other stuff, so we'll see. Maybe I should put the island with the swords. Yeah, I probably should have the island with the plows. All right, they're down to one plow left, which is notable. All right, we will pay Echo. And we're going to chill for a minute. So they have a Prohibit and a Disenchant. Another Decree, okay. Since for 3. Fourth plow. Wow, okay. Yep. Okay. Best draw here is Intuition. Unearth is whatever. I think we're going to jam our Palinchron here. They have Prohibit, Disenchant in hand. They have Counterspell, but I need to burn through the counters if they have them anyway, so... Oops. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Palinchron is a 4/5. I got a Counterspell. Okay, that's fine. Gotta get through them anyway, so... My opponent should probably attack me with their factory here. Yep. Oh, no, they're just playing a standstill. Okay. Okay. A little bit of danger. I need to draw some action. Not flooding out, but I've hit a lot of lands. I think this is going to be a Triskelion turn. Crack their standstill. They got a lot of time on me, so I may need to be a little more careful with my time. Yeah, you can't prohibit that. You can counterspell it. You may leak it too. I think they got this game. They're just able to get their feet under them too quickly. Mm-hmm. Okay, they didn't pump. Although they need to. All right, yeah, that's and they can also cover my trike with the Tormod script, so we'll go in the next game. I think ESG is not helpful here, so I'm going to keep that out. They have Disenchant, but not Seal Cleansing. I was considering bringing in Gloom, but I don't know. I think they're kind of counter heavy rather than removal heavy, so the Glooms aren't as good. So yeah, I think we're just going to resubmit as is. Hope for a turn 1 Xanted Swarm and then Clown on them. Yeah, we'll keep this. Rolling to 5, okay. Okay. Question is, do I want to lead on a Cabal Therapy here? I don't think so. I think I'll play a Wall of Roots. Go through their turn. Okay, that was nice to draw over the Gemstone Mine. Yep, that was good. Okay. I think I'm gonna fire off a Cabal Therapy. I just want to see what they got going on here. Beat a counter there. Trading 1 for 1 is really good for me right now. They're so low on resources. All right, let's try for another Cabal Therapy here. I'm gonna name. Actually, no, I think we're gonna name Leak. I don't think they have another mana leak, but they may. Double Counterspell, okay. and a swords. Okay, well, we're going to drop this wall. We're going to Cabal Therapy away the counter spells. I gotta be a little more careful with my clock here. We got a plow left. Yep. Continue trade 1-for-1 until morale improves. Alright, really need to draw a creature this turn. Oops, cancel. Need to pay attention to my colors sometimes. Survival, survival, survival. Nice. That was a really good draw. Okay, so I know they're holding Counterspell. Or not Counterspell, Sword Swatchers. No, negative concede. All right. Good games, opponent. Well played. I think they navigated game through really well. Game 1, they might have missed lethal. Yeah, it's a good match. I was going to have to fight through that. I didn't know what all they had, but I was probably going to get there. So good call on them to save their time. All right. Good games. And we'll head into round 5, sitting at 4-0. All right. We are back for round 5 of this Classic Fed League. I'm on the play. And this is our trophy match. So let's get it. Very slow hand with an intuition and some creatures. But I think I've got to keep it. Just because I've got an anchor. I've got mana. That's a lot. Opponent's mulling to 6. I don't know if they're mulling knowing what I'm playing or anticipating what I'm playing, but I guess we'll see. All right, we'll do the lead off with Reflecting Pool first, in case they're a Wasteland deck. Rather than Wasteland my pool than actual land. I have no idea what my opponent's playing. Land or wastes. Okay, could be a lot of things. I'm gonna address Cabal Therapy. Okay. Survival of the Fittest. Every time in this league, people name Survival with Cabal Therapy. I've had an intuition in my hand instead. Feels good, I guess. All right, let's I'm guessing this is Hermit Feb if I was forced to make a guess. So I'm gonna lead off with I'm gonna continue on with non-basic. Let's worry about Wasteland from them. Okay, yep. I can definitely take my intuition here. Name's Intuition, yep. I stuck on one land. The one land multiple therapy hand. No, okay, okay, so this might be like the rock or something. Could be Black Ring Contamination as well. Could be a lot of things. I think we're going to ship it back. We're going to cycle this Unearth end of turn. Tranquil Thicket. I think they got me there. I have no idea what's going on now. Might be the rock, yeah. Alright, let's drop our Gemstone Mine. And we'll play out a Wall of Roots. Any luck, we can go get our survival this turn. I have one unknown from opponents. Like a Graveboard Muse. More mana here. Gamekeeper. Oh, okay. Okay. What are they getting with Gamekeeper? Terrabore. That's a very large Terrabore. 10/10, huh? Okay. Just scaling, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna need to draw a creature, and then I can kill my opponent with Psychotog. Interesting, they didn't go for a Cabal Therapy there. I understand that you have a Terrabore in play, but I'm presenting a potential kill next turn, so... any order. Okay, so I need to draw a creature. If I draw a creature, I win. I draw a creature, so I get to win. It's very exciting for me. Shapeshifter. 2, 3, 4, 5. Devour. Let's play Devour. I'll get a Psychotog. I was about to say, I don't have a Trike. What am I going to do? So what I do here is I activate the Shapeshifter a bunch, and then I clean up my graveyard with the Psychotog. I can just cast the Psychotog. No, I cannot. I was about to use my Gemstone Mine, and I realized I could not do that. Folks ask, why Psychotog in this deck? This is a perfect use case scenario. Survival away. 20 counters, there are 18. All right, and then we're going to activate this. Exile these 2. Exile these 2. Exile these 2. And exile these 2. Exposing my Triskelion. All right, now I can click on them 30 times. Well, it's like 38 times, but still. Ooh, that was close. I had to draw exactly creature there, but... Oh, you're pinging me. One of things, sorry, I didn't realize you were pinging me. I was like, no problem. I had to go through a couple extra hoops, wasn't expecting it. All right. Gamekeeper Oath or Gamekeeper Rock. I don't know what to call this deck. I have no idea what to put in or take out. I've got to imagine Eladamri's Vineyard is not where I want to be at versus this deck. I'm wondering if opponent's going to have like Plague. Plague is not like the end of the world, but it is kind of annoying. So Realist is good there. I could bring in Utabi as well, just in case they have like Tormod's Crypt or Phyrexian Furnace. More like the Phyrexian Furnace. And saying this is their first league with the decks, they don't really know what they're doing, but I don't know, they did really well with their Cabal therapies. I think they named things correctly each time. So kudos to them. I don't think my opponent says it's new, but it's been putting up 5-0s. Okay, well, see if I can disavow you of the 5-0 here. Do I want to bring in Aura or Plow? Plow's not great. Like, Plow does kill Terravor. Looks like they beat Landstill twice and Burn. Very nice. Very nice. I think I want to keep my creature count high. Bring out a therapy that naturalizes. This is just in case they have like Sylvan Library or something. I don't know. I have no idea what this deck plays. I can probably look it up, but I do not want to, so I will not. Ray of Revelation might be relevant. Again, it kills Engineered Plague. It's only the only thing I can think of that they would have that I really care about, but I got naturalizes for that. Well, let's just hedge. We'll just bring in a Ray. And then leave it like that. Sure. My opponent Landstill can be tough, so they beat Landstill twice in Burn. After round 3, this opponent's very pleasant. It's nice to have that as a change of pace. Yeah, I'm saying you thought it'd be unwinnable versus Landstill because it's good against combo, but playing enough Cabal therapies, you can get them. Speaking of Cabal therapies, I don't have anything here, so we're gonna send this one back. Mulliganing against a discard deck is not ideal. I have mana and I have spells. I may have to just keep this. No, I'm gonna send it back. And instantly punished. Keep, put back 1, 2. Done. Alright, this game's probably not going to go my way, but we'll find out. Force is nice. I'll probably be cycling this Unearth. Unless let them dress it. Your Cabal Therapy is not going to hit anything, buddy. I promise you, I have nothing that's good. Yep, Survival's the right thing to name. It's just been funny the amount of times I've had Intuition where people have done that. Yeah, I wasn't going to mold a 4 against the discard deck. Better to have more cards in hand and just try and draw into stuff naturally. This hand had the benefit of having an Unearth in it as well. Okay, going into my turn 2. We'll yield through, and we're going to plan on cycling this Unearth, possibly casting Psychotog after that. I don't know, we'll see. One probably has Smothers. Pernicious Deed, yeah. Did I bring in the Realists? I did, and I brought in Naturalize and Thing, okay. Alright, let's cycle this Unearth. Okay. Another Unearth. Don't love this. Don't love this, but oops, I gotta pay a blue here. Blue, black. Yields all and go through the turn. Oath of Druids. Powerful. Very powerful. Alright, I need to draw something relevant. I did not draw anything relevant. Yeah. Well, the most. Steinstein dropping Psychotog there, but Cycle Barrymore, okay. Didn't want to just let them free attack with Treetop Village a billion times. Got a Gamekeeper. And they hit. They do have Innocent Blood. Makes sense they keep that in. They have a lot of lands. They did have Therapy. Oh no, they already Therapy. That was the Therapy they cast. So they can go get a Terravor. Yeah, no, that's fine. 9/9, okay. A bit bigger. I'll reveal 13 cards. Okay, this is gonna be huge. Oh no, that's already revealed. Okay. Oh, I just like flipped right into the Terrorboar. Okay. Let's just read the Terrorboar on top. That's really funny. And they named Uktabi Orangutan. Okay. The Uktabi may be coming out. I didn't see any relevant artifact and destruction or any relevant artifacts in the top 25 cards, so. Alright, let's cycle this Unearth. Ooh, that's a nice draw. It's awkward. Ball therapy them and look for something. I don't know what I'm trying to snipe here. I think I just pass. All right, I will choose to block you. Soak some damage. Moving forward, my chair, you can tell I'm worried. Get my hand off the 1 key because I'm going to need to cast this Intuition at the end of turn. A Plague. Yep. Okay, it's gonna be a little awkward having the Psychotog in my graveyard because I can't do a Psychotog line with the Plague in play. They should be naming his Phyrexian. I don't know if they're going to know to name that or not. Seems like they're thinking about it a little bit. Druid. Okay, so they're worried about Hermit Druids. They're not familiar with this not being Hermit Feb. Blue and 1. Give me some survivals. Client is getting a little bit laggy. It's been on for about 5 hours at this point, so makes sense. All right, question is, do I want to Oath here? I don't think so. Choose that opponent. I do not want to use the ability. I think I'm pretty cooked here, but we'll soldier on. Is likely going to deed for 2 here. Naturalize? No, just deed for 2. All right, let's go for a survival here of this bird. Get a squee. Survival our squee. And die. Okay, I'm not going to show Moromancer. I had a cock. Clock will do it. All right. Naturalize is coming in. This is going to be kind of a grindy matchup, so I actually might want Swords to Plowshares. So I'm going to side out most of my therapies. I don't think I want Gitu Slinger. Like, all it kills is Gamekeeper, and that's what they want to have happen. I'm saying this is an interesting match. I would agree. This is a very interesting match. This is a great trophy match. All right. What I'm thinking about right now is if I want to side out this other Cabal therapy for like a Xantid Swarm. Or Gitu Slinger. Like, I can sometimes kill people with Gitu Slinger. That's not an unreasonable thing. Having therapy for like Naturalize or Smother is not the worst. It's not really something I'm going to be doing, I don't think. So yeah, we're going to just bring in the Slinger. We'll just up our creature count a little bit. Opponent says, feel like you have a bit more raw power, but mine is more interactive. For sure. Very pleasant opponent. Thank you, Mr. Mapplebeck. Being so pleasant today. I don't remember the clock's at, but I feel like I'm pretty low on clock, so I've got to be mindful of that. I'm waiting on opponent to finish their sideboarding. Yes, I would like to play first. Thank you. We'll keep this. This is great. It's a fantastic hand. Forest into bird. That's what I really need here. Is I need that ramp. Opponent may have innocent blood, but that's an innocent blood they're not using on their gamekeeper, which is huge. Wasteland is pretty good. That's fine. Glad I held on to my city in that case. All right, let's drop out a Wall of Roots. I'd like to draw land next turn just because it makes it a little cleaner to play. But I'm happy with intuitioning for survival without having a land here. Yeah, it's fine. There's Oath of Druids, that's fine. Blue, 1. Blue. Response. Response. And I'm going to go get some survivals. Now, the question is, am I going to Monk Realist this Oath of Druids? I think I might. If I draw land. If I don't draw land, I'm not going to. I did not draw land. Okay, so I need to drop the survival. They get Oath. It's not ideal for me. They hit a... Okay, so they didn't hit any Cabal therapies. They did hit a Gamekeeper. One could have like a deed here, but that doesn't do a whole lot, and I think I can just kill them anyway. Deed, yep. Okay. Now, what do we do? One step. We are going to activate survival. Get rid of the realist. Get a shapeshifter. Shapeshifter. Survival with a shapeshifter. Get a devourer. Cast that. Let's destroy the Precious Steed. Survival Devour. Let's kill them in response. I'm very fortunate they tapped out for the deed there, because I couldn't go for a kill there without knowing they were tapped out. Very good match. Very interesting. My opponent had a slower opening this game, which gave me an opening to kill them on my turn 5. All right. Now we'll survival away the Triskelion. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to save my targets. It moves all the time. My opponent good game, so it's not letting me. All right, that's a nice little 5-0 for us here. Ending this league, I'll do a wrap up and let y'all go. All right. Well, I had a comment on my last Classic Web video asking when I would get a trophy match in with, record the trophy match league with Classic Web, and just got there. I don't record every league I do, and I don't just, record them and then put out the ones I do best in. Whatever league I feel like recording, I'm going to record, and then I'll put out whatever. But deck feels really good. I really like it a lot. It's very resilient. It's got a lot of tools. I really like it a lot. As I said, my in-person list, my real-life list has 3 Glooms in it. I'm not spending another 25 tickets on Glooms. I think 2's probably fine. They honestly may not even be needed. Like, I haven't drawn them in any league I've played in the last 2 weeks, so it just may be a dead card. But I feel like it should be good, so we're going to keep running it. Tinderwall has been great. Eldemri's Vineyard didn't come up a whole lot this league, but it was fine. And Intuition was just fantastic the entire time. You can see the power of it, I think, illustrated in a lot of those games we played. All right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one whenever I get around to doing one.